So the process of how to outwit my children to do the right thing, to teach them right from wrong, I had to see, okay, where would I gain the most power from? And to a great extent, it's the universal world that has more influence over my children than I did. It's the commercials, it's the stuff, it's their wealthy friends that are having fun. It's the court systems, it's our social belief systems that have more influence over my son or my children than I do. So it would only make more sense that, okay, the goal has to be that I got to influence the universe and change what the universe does, and then that will influence my children to behave in a different way. So that's where it sort of took this game to a whole new level. And it's like, okay, I'm here to create world peace. And then magically, it's like, look at the freaking world is falling apart. If anybody's listening to how to create world peace, it's like, now is the time. If this would have happened to me 50, 60 years ago, everybody would think that I was totally insane. It did require a lot of research. If the internet didn't exist, I wouldn't have found the research to prove to everybody, hey, there's science, there's proof, there's examples in our experience that prove every freaking thing I'm saying, and humanity likes to see proof and evidence. So there's more than enough. I put out there, the last few videos were Tesla, and then there was the other video prior to that was um, a video that kind of suggests everything you believe to be true is real. And it is true. If you want to find out truth, truth is what you are going to believe in. But you can change your truth at any time. So, you got to kind of look back and say, well, what truth is it that you want to believe in? And my truth is, do you not want peace? Do you want to have a lot of fun in your life? Do you want to have perfect health? Do you want to find your soulmate? Every single thing that brings you pleasure, do you not want? Do you want, if you wanted peace, do you want everybody else to have peace? Or do you want to have fun at the cost of other people? So the idea of how you have fun doing everything you want to do can be done, but just not at the cost of somebody else. It's like we have this two-tiered economic system right now, and a lot of people aren't recognizing it, but those people that have their big homes only have their homes because they needed to create poverty for somebody else. The whole game was about, how do I take your equal share away from you? And those that are the bottom are the lack of information. They're not smart enough to outwit the money from the other guys. They're willing to be peaceful and loving, and just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I just want to live a peaceful existence. Like, no, the game is to make you think you're living in a peaceful existence. You're actually the slave in this economic system. A lot of people are starting to wake up to that. So you have to decide what it is you want, and then you can reverse mechanics it. Okay, if the whole entire world wants to experience a lot of fun, if the whole entire world wants perfect health, if we want to get rid of our wars, if we want the air to be clean, if we don't want any of these earthquakes, it's true, you can make it happen. None of this is impossible. The impossible is only impossible from your perspective because you're lacking information of how it is possible. Um, it is your limited belief that makes things impossible. So it's like, just believe in something completely different, and then just start asking the question, okay, well, how is it possible? So now I'm going to get into more of how this is to be done. And I really, really want you again to copy this. Use the YouTube downloader, download this series and post it to your channel. The more this gets out to as many people as possible, the more of an effect it will have. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be shut down just because it's too friggin' powerful. And um, it's sort of the time is right for me to pull this out. And they've, on the subconscious world, they've definitely let me know that they'll shut this information down as fast as possible, but they can't shut it down right away because they can't get access to information instantly. And while they can shut me down, they can't shut everybody down. And there will be a time where they do shut everybody down, but um, the time that it takes for them to sort of recognize this is going on, and the time it takes to find out how many other channels they have to shut down, and then the time it takes for them to say, hey, we need to pull the plug off the internet because they're all getting a little too smart, is going to take a little bit of time. But in the meantime, enough people will get this information and you'll spread it within your own communities and learn how to get all powerful. So a lot of this goes back to 3 years ago when I really noticed the full extent of how corrupt our justice system is, our government systems, education systems, medical systems. When I was perceived from the outside world as having a breakdown, it wasn't a breakdown at all. It was more of, to the outside world, they thought I lost my mind. And what actually happened is I found my mind. And I definitely was caught up in the anger and frustration of, oh my God, I can't believe these people used love to be so evil. Most of these people just don't know what they're doing. And most of these people are just as influenced as everybody else that's making bad decisions. So it's so easy to heal myself and get over the anger because I can see they just don't know what they're doing. You know, they do have a sense of lack of power in themselves, so they feel that they need to get power over controlling other people. And it's just have a little love and compassion for these people, and then you have to heal yourself. You cannot let evil get you angry, frustrated. That is the first thing that you got to do, is cure your own heart. um, like this Tesla, the power of making earthquakes, the power of controlling somebody else's minds. There is scalar waves. We are using this all the time. Every human body is an antenna, and it sends and receives these scalar waves that have the power to influence everybody else. So you need to sort of tap into that. But the way that it's going to be more powerful is through, you have to get your antenna into a sense of love, and you have to be more strong. Your heart cannot have evilness, otherwise you're an antenna for these evil people. Um, the harp, all of that bullshit, it does have power, but it has no power if you are not the receiver of it. So you have to sort of wake up to your own personal receiver and how you're stronger than they are. And then if we build community, if we build the numbers, if you kind of notice harp, it takes more than one antenna. It's the same thing as us humans. It takes more than one of us to gain the power over, you know, the whole entire evil, because evil is like freaking everywhere. It's in all of us. If you are angry, evil is inside of you and you just can't see it. You got to look at God is all loving, God is peaceful, everything good is peaceful and full of love. If you don't have it, then you're lacking it, and you're trying to somehow get it back, and you might get it with stuff, and all of the temptations that evil will get to make you fooled into believing how you can get it. But you have to work on this yourself. And once you get your antenna set to this love vibration, because it's friggin' powerful, um, love heals and hate destroys. So if you really want to look at earthquakes and weather, um, look at the negative aspects. It's the destruction of an earthquake, or it's the healing. It's the negative and positive. So love will heal the planet, where hate will destroy the friggin' planet.